Have you ever been on your own before?
No, never.
Your last relationship lasted how many years?
Around 12.
Sexual preference?
Women. Is there a bisexual option available?
No, sir, this option is no longer available.
Hi, welcome to What the Flick. I am Christy. This is Alonzo. This is Matt. We are playing catch up with a great little fucked up movie called The Lobster. Please tell us about it.
So The Lobster is sort of a sci-fi movie in an alternate reality where people who live in a society where if you are not matched up and you are not married, you get turned into an animal. So we see Colin Farrell is recently divorced. Or is it widowed? No, divorced.
His wife dumps him.
His wife dumps him.
Yeah.
Right. And he's got 6 weeks to find love, or he'll be turned into the animal of his choice. And he has chosen to be turned into a lobster because they live a long time. He likes the sea, and they
have blue blood like aristocrats.
Yes, and they remain virile throughout their lives. So it's very insane. That's not even the craziest part of this movie. Let's watch a clip.
And the dog?
My brother, he was here a couple of years ago, but he didn't make it.
Did you read the leaflet?
Yes, I did.
As you understand from your brother's experience, if you fail to fall in love with someone during your stay here, you'll turn into an animal.
Have you ever danced with anybody?
Yes.
As an animal, you'll have a second chance to find a companion.
What sort of dancing did you do?
Just depends on the music.
Mind if I join you?
It's no coincidence that the targets are shaped like single people and not couples.
Did you catch rabbits? Catching a rabbit is difficult.
Thank you very much.
If you need more rabbits, I'll bring you more.
You promise?
You can be a loner as long as you like. There is no time limit. Any romantic or sexual relations are punished.
We have to be totally synchronized. 3, 2. You're like a brother to me. Oh, you're my best friend in the whole world.
I don't think I'm your best friend in the whole world.
Now, have you thought of what animal you'd like to be if you end up alone?
Yes, a lobster.
A lobster is an excellent choice.
I love this movie. This is a great.
This is what I can't imagine what the pitch meeting for this movie would have been like.
It's so not high concept, right?
Oh,
There's
right.
no elevator that's long enough to sustain this pitch.
This is a Greek filmmaker named Yorgos Lanthimos. He was up for an Oscar a couple years ago for a movie called Dogtooth.
I love Dogtooth.
Also made a film called Alps. One previous one that I don't know if ever got released in the States. But these are films that, if you want to sort of find a through line for this guy, is that it's about how humanity has taken what should be sort of natural, organic processes and totally screwed them up. You know, in Dogtooth, it's about parenthood. Alps is about grief, and this is about love and relationships.
Yeah.
And this is about how, like something that should just make sense and be logical and unfold in a natural way. We have put so many burdens upon ourselves and we create so many walls and difficulties for ourselves that coupling seems next to impossible.
Right. Although we think we are making that process easier with stuff like Match.com or whatever various swiping right apps are out there, whatever it is. Yeah, what I love about his aesthetic, it's so precise and it's so formal. And so when incredibly shocking, startling, wrong things happen, like all you can do is just laugh, like, holy shit, what is happening
This
here?
movie has got this interesting style and kind of bleakness to it, and almost, it makes me think, if you were to take a movie like Melancholia or Under the Skin and make them as comedies, like that's like if those were intended to be comedies, that's kind of what you get here, right? Like
there's a chill.
There's a real chill and a real sense of dread in this that still gets played for laughs, and so stuff happens and it's almost gallows humor, but you're so horrified at the things that go on, and it all makes sense in the context of the story because it's not just about him finding love, but then the movie tilts into a completely different direction that you're not really expecting, And
in the second half.
In the second half, and it's just as sharp and just as insane.
Yeah.
And it's this. Look, there's no way this movie should work. There's no way this movie should
It's
work.
not for everyone.
But
That's
it
for
does.
sure.
It's so good.
No, it's great. The performances are super deadpan. I mean, like Colin Farrell has been really on a roll in the last few years, but he has just so like stripped it down to nothing, and it's brilliant to watch. Like there's a scene where he has a gun held on him, and he's just still talking in this very kind of placid tone of voice, and it's bananas. You know, they cast like British comedy people like Olivia Colman and Ashley Jenkins, but they're also just
Ashley
like
Jensen. Yes.
Jensen.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Ashley
Jensen. Sorry,
yeah.
Jensen.
She's
Sorry,
Scottish.
sorry. Yeah,
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
Very small compared to what
Yes.
we're used to out of him. You know, we're used to seeing these very big, broad performances, and he plays it much closer, and which works because you kind of sense there's this more boisterous person that is desperately trying to keep that inside.
Right. Yeah. No, it fits with the character for sure.
Ben Wishaw's in it. He's really good in it.
Rachel Weisz, who narrates, and a lot of times, you know, narration feels like the last refuge of a lazy filmmaker, or like we have to, like this isn't making sense in post, so we have to talk over it. This has great narration because it is also really funny in a weirdly chill, deadpan way. And then it stops at one point in a way that's relevant to what's going on in the movie. That
And
I think also
seamlessly
really,
kind of.
Yeah.
Also, the thing with the narration reminded me kind of adaptation in that the narration is commenting on what is happening, and it is spelling things out that we can see, but finding a level of humor to them as well, so it's not redundant necessarily. Yeah, I like that too. I love Léa Seydoux in this.
Yeah.
She's just a badass. And yeah, it's funny and strange and horrifying. Yeah, I love the formality of it. I love how stilted the dialogue is for all of them. So strange.
I will definitely be seeing it again because
Yeah?
there's just a lot going on there
Yeah.
that I feel like I need multiple viewings to really, you know.
To me, the amazing thing is that it is the dialogue and performances get very stilted on purpose. It's very dry. It's very formal. And yet, by the end of the film, there's real emotion. And
It's sad.
it catches, it totally caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Like I was not really thinking that I would be that emotionally invested in this story by the end. And it's a terrific movie.
I will say it is sad and it is unexpectedly romantic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
In a weird way.
unabashedly romantic by the end. That's all I will say. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So let's give numbers then. We don't want to tell you too much about this great, cool, weird movie. I'm saying 9.
I'm going to up mine a bit. I'm
All
going to say
right.
9.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I am too. I'm going 9.5. I talked myself
So
up.
that's a 9.3.
Screw it. I'll say 9.5 also.
Okay, fine.
Let's
So
just to make
9.5.
math easy for us all. It's really great. It's a really strange movie. I don't know where all it's playing. It opened last week.
It's going to
Right?
be platforming out. A24 has it, and they're very good at those sort of
Yes.
like.
Yeah,
You know,
you want to see something different that you don't know where it's going, go see this.
yeah, I'd say for my money, right, 2 of the best films of the year so far are currently in limited release: The Lobster and Love and Friendship. Seek those out.
See them together.
No.
Bye.